It's crucial, mate, to make sure that you have a saddle that fits your horse correctly. That's why Martin Saddler and I teamed up to make a saddle that was comfortable for your horse and would give him the best chance of performance to help you and your job. So today, what we're going to do is head over to Greenville, Texas, just to show you how good our saddles really are.
If you're serious about living the dream, it doesn't get more real than this. Let famed Aussie horseman Clinton Anderson turn your dreams into reality. Clinton Anderson opens the gates to his world-famous Downunder Horsemanship Ranch in Stephenville, Texas. You could see Clinton in action on tour. You could practice his methods at home. But there is nothing like getting instant feedback from Clinton himself. Book your clinic now and set out on an adventure of a lifetime for you and your horse.
Wish you could be turned loose on the Downunder Horsemanship Ranch? Working your horse over the obstacle course? Taking advantage of the world-class arenas and miles of trails? It's now a possibility. We're renting out the ranch's RV spaces and giving you access to one of the best equine facilities in the country. You'll have the chance to work cattle and get private lessons or watch Clinton train his performance horses. Head down to the cowboy capital of the world and fine-tune your horsemanship alongside Clinton and his team.
Disposing of your manure on your horse farm is a very important task and something that I take very seriously. Whether you've just got 2 horses or you've got up to 40 or 50 horses, ABI have a manure spreader designed for you. It takes care of your pastures and makes sure that a waste product turns out to be a great fertilizing for your fields. When you want the very best for you and your ranch, make sure you go to abiequine.com to check out their line of innovation products that are the very best. Hey mate, if you're looking for a fun and inspiring way to challenge your horsemanship, then join me for a 3-day horsemanship clinic so I can help you become a better horseman. At each clinic, I'll work with only 20 participants, teaching them the fundamentals groundwork and riding exercises. My clinicians will join me to ensure everybody makes progress and receives one-on-one help. Spectators are welcome to watch all 3 days of the clinic. We'll also have our retail store set up with all of my products and kits. So mate, if you want to learn the method from me personally, sign up to participate or get your spectator tickets now, and I'll see you on the road, mate. Over the years, I've always relied on Martin saddles to fit me, fit my horses, and give me the performance I'm looking for. Now it's time for me and you guys to see exactly how they're made. Come on, mate. Hey Brian, how are you, mate?
Thanks, mate. How are you?
Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, thanks for letting me come to the plant to see what's going on.
No problem.
This is Brian Peterson. Brian oversees the whole production here at the Martin Saddlery production plant here in Greenville, Texas. As you know, Martin has a phenomenal brand name. They make my Aussie saddle. They helped me design it. They made it with me over 10 years ago. It's been a phenomenal saddle. And today, I'm going to see exactly how it's made step by step. Thanks, Brian.
You're welcome.
Let's go see the plant, mate.
Let's have a look. This is where it all starts. The order comes in, And
So this is just a plain hide that comes straight in the door.
this is a Herman Oak hide of leather. It's a skirting leather.
Yeah.
This is a chocolate, just like in your saddle.
Yeah.
And we're going to go through how we grade them and then how we cut one.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
And today, while you're here, we'll cut a set of fenders and you can run them through the shop.
Okay. Now I don't guarantee the quality of my work because I've done a few of these shows before where I've tried to make what we do the show on, and it's pretty bad quality.
I think that kind of put it on a stop.
I can't weld. Holy I burned a hole in it, Willie. I don't think I'm going to be able to make a saddle either, but I can guarantee you my quality of work's probably going to be low.
We'll have the supervisor critique it and see how you went.
I can already tell you what's going to go.
You've been rejected.
Well, when we start to go to build a saddle, we'll pull two sides of leather. It takes roughly two and a bit, depending on the style of saddle.
So you said it takes 2.5 sides per saddle.
Two to two
So
and a bit.
1.5 cows per saddle.
Yeah. And basically, every piece of the saddle has to come out of a certain piece of the hide for the integrity of the leather. Your prime is in your butt.
Yes.
And
What do
up
you
in
call
here.
prime?
The
Just
prime
thickness of leather?
It's got good body to it.
Yeah.
It's thicker, and it's a better piece of leather. The belly and the flank is weaker. It's a thinner leather,
Yep.
and it's got more movement. The neck is always moving, so it's got lots of stretch. It's not a very good piece of leather. So the right part of the saddle has to come out of the right part of the hide to build a quality saddle.
Because you guys are all about quality.
Yeah.
So what are you going to show me first?
We'll cut a pair of fenders,
Yes.
and we'll show you the fenders are going to come out of the butt. We're going to cut them vertically, and the stirrup leathers will cut out of the backbone because there's a lot of stretch to them. They're very important.
Yes.
And so we cut them out of our absolute prime piece of leather.
Yes.
All right, let's go get the fenders cut, and we'll do it. Clinton, this is Marty. This is our cutting
Marty,
supervisor.
how are you, mate?
Okay.
Good. So what are we doing here?
Marty will pull his hide in and line that up and cut one, and have you cut one, and then we'll cut the stirrup leathers. And what we're looking at is, to make sure there's no scratches on it, no marks in the leather, no imperfections in the leather.
Yeah.
Once it's cut, the piece of leather's gone. So it's a grading process. Every side, being these cows have been in a feed yard, been in a pasture, barbed wire. It was great. Clinton got to be in the cutting department today. Clinton's a horse riding machine. It's all he's ever done. It's all he thinks about. And then you get him in this situation, he's like a kid in a candy store.
What am I doing?
Line one up and let him cut one.
Right up.
All right.
Now, Marty, you didn't lose this finger on this machine, did you, Marty? Because I got to tell you, I like all my fingers. So you need to tell me anything about this point?
Don't put your finger on it.
I don't put your finger on it, dumb. Okay, righto. So now you got me nervous. Yeah.
No, he did good. Got to operate the machine.
Righto. Okay, press it.
Line it up over.
Right, that it?
Boy, I can't believe you did that.
Yeah, I know, it's unbelievable. So what do I do now?
Put them both together.
At the same time and then let it go?
Hold that back, hold it.
Holy
Back.
right.
Get your bottom.
Righty, fingers away. Got your
Fingers are on the buttons. They're in the other way.
Righto. Is that it?
Got a new relevance to a fender.
Got it. There's your first.
Damn, look at that. Isn't that just the sexiest fender you've ever seen in your entire life? Excellent. Marty, do a good job, mate. I don't want you making me look bad. Righto. See you, mate.
Clinton, once the saddle's cut, we get all the pieces, we check them all through, make sure the quality's right, make sure nothing's missing, then everything comes over to the tooling section. The first thing then, with all the parts are getting tooled, the girls will do, is mark the border out. That sets the whole foundation for where they've got an area to tool, what border's going to go on the outside, and where they're going to go from there. And then it'll go over and get the flowers marked. Because of the different borders and different styles, we've got 17 styles of saddles in all different sizes. This changes every time. So every one of these designs is hand-created on that saddle.
And literally every one of these bins is a different order.
Everyone's a different order. We've got 300 to 400 saddles on the floor at one time, most of them individual orders. Now the borders are laid out, we'll go over and we'll look at the flower cutting. Okay. Well, this is the start of the flower cutting. You can see the faint circles Vanessa's drawn on there.
Yes.
This is the layout that they work on. It's a circular floral. It's called the Wyoming style, the Sheridan style of tooling, and everything's set up in circles. So she's laid the circles out to see what she can fit in there.
Right.
And what you got now is a flower stamp. If it was a one-off flower, they'd cut it by hand because we do so many. They just have these stamps which leaves the impression in there and just speeds the process up. Once she's got that done, the rest of it is vines and leaves, which is all laid in to combine together and make a nice flow, and that's where the individual creation comes in on each and every saddle. Quite amazing, there is no format, it's an artistic creation.
So even though, like, this is a a saddle factory, so to speak. There is a lot of handmade stuff going on.
It's a lot of handmade.
Yeah.
Everything is custom, you know, to a large degree.
Right.
The only difference between us and a one-man shop is a lot of people in here and a lot of saddles.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's how you guys can keep the quality as high as one guy making a saddle in his back garage with the highest quality, but he can only make one a week. You can produce, you know.
We can produce a lot of saddles in a reasonably short lead time and service the industry.
And still keep the quality real high.
And the quality, and let the people have their individual taste that they want for what they want. And there's always something personal about a saddle.
The quality and craftsmanship that Martin Saddlery employees put into their products is absolutely amazing. It's blowing me away. After the break, mate, we're going to be showing you more innovation from Martin Saddlery.
Hay is not for horses. They deserve Stanley Premium Western Forage. There's no better place in the country to grow forage than Idaho, and Stanley is one of the country's largest producers. From pellets, cubes, and chopped forage in bags to compressed in 3-tie bales, Stanley cultivates the premium forage types horse owners demand. Because your horse needs hay, but he deserves Stanley Premium Western Forage.
Fundamentals has shown you the basics. Now it's time to put those principles into practice. Get out of the arena and get on the trail. This all-new supplement will show you how to apply the method on the trail. You get 10 instruction-packed DVDs and 2 hardcover books. That's over $800 worth of training for only $3.99. Get up, get out, and get on the trail.
Ever wished Clinton Anderson would just come by and help you with your horse, or that he would put on a clinic in your own arena? Well, now you can get the next best thing. Meet the Clinton Anderson Certified Clinicians. Trained by Clinton himself, these great horsemen have met all the requirements of the Clinton Anderson Academy. 16 months of intensive training at the Downunder Horsemanship Ranch. Theoretical and practical testing on Clinton's method. Hands-on experience with problem horses. Now, there is a Clinton Anderson method expert willing and able to come to where you live and ride to teach a private lesson or put on a public clinic. Learn at your own pace. Get personalized instruction, all without having to travel far from home. So if you can't find the time or the money to come to a Clinton Anderson clinic at his ranch, now you have an option. Get accelerated results. Let a Clinton Anderson certified clinician bring the method to you. Visit certifiedclinician.com for more.
The tooling department and tooling on saddles is the chrome on the car, it's the special wheels, it's that personalised touch. Right now, Vanessa's laid the leaves in there, in this space fillers, where another circle won't fit in. And now you can see her creating the vine. And this is creating the vine that'll join the circles together and join these leaves into the circles. Okay, Clinton, we've gone through the tooling section. Now let's go and try our hand at your project, a pair of fenders.
Okay.
Right. Vanessa's laid the first one out, and she's going to do a live run through.
Right.
So you can see how to do it.
Okay.
And then she's going to coach you through doing one.
Right, okay, that's good.
And she's a good coach.
She better be a damn good coach.
Yeah.
So I don't have to freehand this, I can just
No,
go around.
well, on yours she's done a little kitty kit where she's actually drawn the lines on for you too.
Okay, good.
To help you out. And cutting around these little symbols, logos is is a very intricate. The kangaroo's been cut out. She's cut the inner circle of vine, so you're going to cut that first, and she's going to walk you through that. And now she's cutting the outer circle of the vine.
Okay.
Okay. And it's working your way backwards down through the circle. Starts at the top, works your way into it. Okay. I think it's about ready for your go.
Okay, mate. What do you want me to do?
We'll get you sat down, Clinton, and get you started.
Righto, mate. I'm gonna keep the fluffy seat. Okay.
Going to show him how to wet his leather. And
what do I got to do now?
Started out.
Just the whole thing?
No, just where you're going to do your work, Clinton.
Okay. Righto. So why am I wetting this down? What's the deal
It
here?
lets the knife flow better.
So this is the knife here? Okay, so how do I help?
Letting Clinton loosen the tooling department today, you know, we baited him pretty bad and we knew that was going to be the fun of the day. Start with the kangaroo.
Start with the kangaroo. Any part of it?
Probably start on the end of one and try to get the biggest, longest flow you can.
And then just use the edge of it. Use that
Yeah.
edge. Oh, I think I need glasses.
And get smooth and go a little faster, you'll go smoother. That's it. Keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Faster and smoother the better.
Oh,
keep
yeah.
rolling,
I'm
keep
feeling
rolling,
the sexy
keep rolling.
kangaroo starting
There you
right
go.
now.
He wasn't letting up on that one. He wasn't getting off that horse.
So then just start on
Someone
the inside?
broke his tail, Clinton.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a broken tailbone right now.
Okay. Now do the inside.
Right.
Okay. Is that looking, are we doing a kangaroo or an armadillo?
I don't know. It's open for debate at this particular point.
Okay.
Righto, okay.
Okay. That's pretty good. Okay.
Well, I'm not going to give up my day job, let's just
Okay.
say that.
He did pretty well, you know, for someone that didn't even know how to pick up a swivel knife.
Yeah, after doing one thing for sure, after doing this tooling myself, I've got a whole new level of respect for these ladies that do all this tooling on my saddles. And all of the Martin saddles. See, now we're starting to where it's difficult because we're getting into the intricate parts here. Okay, I've got to tell you, my little kangaroo needs a facelift. He's not doing too good.
I think he's roadkill.
He's roadkill, that's exactly. Righto.
He actually started figuring the layout out and started rolling around there. Knew to move his part and was dragging the knife to him. Very good.
Rightio.
All right.
What do you think of that? It's no, you're a lion, aren't you? Yeah, you're lying. Okay, are you a lion normally? Because you're just lying to me right now. This looks like okay? You're lying to me, Vanessa.
Okay.
Righto, what's next?
There you play up. A
Righto.
little more water and she'll start you off.
More water?
Yep.
I think that's where I went wrong.
It's one of them jobs everyone says, man, I'd love to learn that one. You know, it's one of them things, it's on our bucket list, we never do.
Damn, my damn hand's sore already. Let me feel these hands of yours. Damn tight hands, aren't they? I like the strength in this woman's hands. Here I am, a little fairy boy, and I've been doing this for 6 minutes, and my hands sore.
Do you think we can hire him?
No.
He's no well? No good?
Sorry.
Vanessa, I used to I don't like you anymore.
We might have to try him in another section from the looks of this.
Right here. I'm just getting my groove on right now. I'm just finding.
To see leather tooling getting done and understand the labour and the individual artistic creation that went into a saddle that we know was one of 15, 16 done that day is a little mind-blowing. That's it, and then we'll compare the two, and I think you did pretty good.
I think I've done this, eh? That's it.
Let's let Vanessa critique him, and we'll see. We got a pretty good.
What do you think, Vanessa? Pretty close?
Yeah. We've got a kangaroo and a nice flower, and we've got a
roadkill kangaroo. We got a roadkill kangaroo
and a drought
and a flower that hasn't been watered.
In the saddle shop here, along with the Martin product, we also make mohair and alpaca cinches. And we're going to have a bit of a challenge for you. Everyone talks about you walking fast, moving fast.
Right.
So Ruben's going to coach you through, and you can race him. So go around that side of Ruben.
Okay, mate. Up.
Okay.
Right. Now where?
Okay.
I'll pull it all through. Okay. Don't slow me down now, Ruben, okay? Tell him to slow down. Hey, listen, I'll pay you $100 to slow down. Right, I give up. Listen, fellas, thank you. Listen, thank you for making me look bad. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Clinton came second by a little bit in the race he had today. I think if he came in for the weekend and stayed, he might get it finished. Clinton, I think we're going to have to put you in a simpler department like operating the microwave or something at lunchtime. Okay?
Hey, anybody know how to work the damn microwave?
Fresh water on demand is critical for your horse's health. Make sure it's always available when you install Ritchie waters. We've got the model to suit your needs, whatever they may be. Get the most energy efficiency with the new Eco Fount series. Get the benefits of both steel and poly construction with the Omni Fount. Get the best combination of value and performance with the Watermatic. And for delivering water directly to your horse, there's our newly redesigned Stall Fount. Ritchie set the standard in quality when we invented the automatic waterer in 1921, and we've been the industry leader ever since. So when you buy a Ritchie, you know you're getting the most dependable product on the market, not to mention the best value, service, and warranty in the business. After all, water is essential. We make it easy.
Our friends here at Vetricen have a brand new equine shampoo called Foam Care. Because Foam Care is a spray-on foaming shampoo, you don't have to bother filling up buckets or spreading shampoo everywhere. Just a few long sprays and you have the horse covered, and you can easily lather it in. If I notice fungal disorders, itchy skin, or scratches on my horses, I use Foam Care medicated shampoo. It soothes my horse's skin issues and delivers a deep conditioning clean. Give Vetricen Foam Care Equine Shampoo a try.
Going to the tree shop. This is where it all starts. This is the piece no one sees, but the most important part of the saddle.
Okay.
Our tree is the start of our saddle. It's the base of the saddle. It's the slab in the house. It's the foundation of it. The parts of the tree is the swell, or the fork, or the knee pad, the cantle, which is our seat, and then the bars, which are the two parts that go on each side of the horse's back. Okay. They're amazed to know that it's made of wood and how it's put together. The duplicator is basically a big key cutting machine. It's got a pattern in the middle that a wheel imitates, and a saw blade that works on the block of wood, just like the raw key, and creates it. With these we make originally out of wood. We hand carve these ourselves, get them the shapes we want, and then we cast them in aluminum in a foundry, and they become our master pattern. To watch the machines run out on their patterns and make them parts out, form them out of a block of wood, and then to see it, you know, how important it is to put it together straight. And that's crucial. That's how it fits the horse. Everything we've set up here it's all about the horse's back, keeping it level, keeping it true. There's some checks in here to make sure the parts have run right. That's why we wanted to bring it back in-house, have our own shop, and it's why we're so meticulous about what we get done. The horns are actually wrench-grade aluminum. It's a strong aluminum that's got a big yield factor, and that means it will bend a long way before it breaks.
And this is all saddles. Even my saddle has an aluminum horn. Yeah. You can see really why Martin Saddlery are the best at what they do, because they put a lot of time and effort right from the beginning of a saddle. That's what makes them so comfortable and for you and your horse's back. Thanks very much, man. I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you. The ground seats in our trees, we do form them into the tree in the fiberglass covering, and that builds up the seat as it's needed for that discipline. This is spraying the fiberglass on. It's a chopper gun, it runs off like balance string off the roll, and the gun chops it up and sprays the resin on with it. As it starts setting up, that stuff's still cuttable, so you'll cut all the extra edges off, and then you can go back and blast the top. The last stage, once he's done this final sanding, will be to go back and put a coat of resin on the parts we don't put glue on. It's mainly the bars of the tree. The rest of it, we leave the rough texture on because the glue sticks to it better.
And then after that, it's pretty much ready to go to the saddle.
It's ready to go to the saddle makers. Let's go look. In our saddle makers and with everyone else in the shop, you know, we tell them you are the quality control officer for everyone that touched that saddle before you. In reality, we have 60 quality control officers looking out there to make sure our product's right. Okay, Clinton, so we got to look at the tree shop and how it all gets done, and this is the finished product. We build with fiberglass cover because it's very, very strong. We warranty them for 10 years, and we basically cover anything that ever goes wrong with it. Well, we got to see the tree shop. Let's go do the next job.
Right away.
Thank you.
You lead the way.
Okay. We do brag on assembly line production because our saddle makers do that one job all day. They do it very, very well. at Martin, we do an assembly line, and we pride ourselves on our assembly line production, because what it does is it lets every saddle be the same. So when they see one of your saddles, the one they get's the same, because the same guys put the horn on, the same guys put the seat, and the same guy made the skirts. What they're putting on now is a saddle horn, and it consists of a neck underneath and then a horn wrap on top. It's sewn on, and then they wet that horn wrap down, tighten it on, and glue it and tie it down. The hard part about doing it in leather is you got to do it again tomorrow with different pieces of leather in a different saddle and create the same feel. The way we do it, we can create that same feel in saddle after saddle. The next process is the ground seat. What this ground seat is, we do a wood tree and it's fiberglass covered. The fiberglass ground seat helps give the finished seat shape already, and it also ties these bars together like a bridge, so it increases the strength of the tree. With this, we get the desired seat shape we want, so every Aussie saddle they see has the same seat shape to it. Okay. And when they get the saddle they ordered, it's right. Yeah. Fitting and cutting the seat for the saddle is the most important job and the hardest job that we do deal with. This is our head saddle maker. He's doing the layout to make sure the end saddle is going to be right, because the seat is from here, it's got to be formed down, and then he'll send it over and let the girls tool it, and then from there it goes on, and they'll start padding it and putting it together. Now we're going to get to where the seats come back, and they go to put the padded seat on.
Okay, this is looking familiar. I recognise this saddle.
Yeah, we recognise it pretty well too. We've got the barbed wire tooling being put on it, and it's been blocked down, and now you see this is the seat leather. Right. The reason for the chalk line is they'll put a piece of the seat material on there and actually push it in there, and then they've got a mark to cut the seat with on the other side, and glue it down and sew it.
So I like this saddle because it's kind of like what we call a half breed. It's half American, half Australian. You've got the horn like an American saddle, and you've got the knee pads here, or swell, that help you stay in the saddle. So if you lose your balance and you end up going over the front of the horse, these knee pads here will grab you on the inside of your thighs and help you get back in the saddle. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Here we got one, the padded seat's in, it's all been sewn down, it's been glued down onto the trees, and now he's ready to fit the roll, or the binder as they call it. And the main thing here is getting it on straight and true, setting it up so all the tooling matches to the same size as the roll.
And again, they wet the leather to mold it.
Wet the leather, mold it. And at the same time, then they've got to push all the excess leather in the back, smooth it out, get it up into the corner so they can sew it on. The last process we do in our saddle making section is to fit the skirts. They've got to make sure that the skirt is on true and square. It's got the right distance here at the front of the seat, right from the rigs. So he was going to do some measurements, make sure everything's right. The skirts are assembled in our skirt section, and the difference we do at Martin is we block the skirts, and that is we actually form the shape of the tree into the bottom piece of the skirt, which means the tree is what's bearing the weight of the horse, not the skirt, so it doesn't get up on his shoulder and create a tight spot. Once the saddle's completed, our finishing process is the assembly of all the extra parts that go on a saddle and the oiling process. Right now we just watch the saddle come off the line. The next day they'll tool the swell. The swell is put on with no tooling on, and most people assume that tooling's done flat and then just glued on. Well, here we actually do everything you saw flat happen in the tooling section, now happens on a curved surface, so it's twice as hard.
So this is all freehand again?
It's all freehand again, only it's on 3 different planes.
So we definitely don't want to let me practice.
You are not getting to go at this one. Someone's going to own this, and it's not going to be you, so better you'll tool it instead of you, okay?
Profit margins are going down.
And the saddle makers will be mad because they'll have to replace the swell cover if you touch it.
Yeah.
You know?
Lucky I have a lot of self-confidence, because after this show, my confidence would be in the
Love for a treasured dam or sire, conservation of your favorite bloodline, the dream of a big payoff. No matter what your reasons for raising a foal, the reward will only be complete if he becomes the horse you want him to be. In the first installment of this new professional series collection, the Foal Training Series, Clinton Anderson demonstrates how his method can ensure your dreams for your foal come true. The Foal Training Series follows 2 foals, one imprinted at birth and one left untouched through their first exposure to haltering, leading, handling feet, tying, and more. The Clinton Anderson Foal Training Series gives you step-by-step instructions and exercises on DVDs and arena mates, all beautifully packaged for your enjoyment. Get the Clinton Anderson Foal Training Series to instill a solid foundation of respect, trust, and willingness in your foal, and ensure all your dreams for him do come true.
America's ability to feed our citizens is in jeopardy, and some of our most basic freedoms are being threatened. Extremists and lobbyists with their own agendas are trying to strip away the fabric of American liberties. Freedoms like fishing, hunting, and even owning a pet are targets of these extremists. Protect the Harvest can help safeguard our American way of life. It's time to wake up, educate ourselves, and protect our freedoms before they're taken away. You can learn more at protecttheharvest.com.
Are you frustrated with your horse's lack of discipline or struggling with his lack of experience? Do you suffer from the lack of time it takes to turn the horse you have into the horse you really want? Well, there's a method for that madness. Send him to the Clinton Anderson Academy, and we'll turn your horse into an Academy horse. The Academy trains only the best horsemen to share Clinton's methods with horse owners around the world as Clinton Anderson certified clinicians. Just as these top trainers enroll in the Academy, so can your horse. During the 6-week course, he will learn the entire fundamentals level of the method to be ridden in and comfortable with a full gamut of situations. At the Clinton Anderson Academy, we have the time, the experience, and the best training method to help you discover your horse's true potential. So stop the madness. Turn your horse into an Academy horse.
Okay, Clinton, we come into our oiling section, our finishing section.
Right.
And basically, it's a 5-day process. We oil it the first day, the second day gets the second coat of oil, every part again. On the third day, the saddle gets assembled. That is, the fenders get put on, the billets get put on, the conchos, and everything gets done. At the end of that day, the saddle gets the fenders stretched out.
Yeah.
The fourth day, it gets its last top coat of oil where they'll just touch it all up, make sure it's even, put a finish coat on it. And the 5th day gets inspected and boxed.
So if you want a light oil or medium oil or dark oil, how do you do the different colours then?
It's a degree of oil on there. As dark as that saddle looks that he's oiling right now, in 20 minutes most of that colour will go away. Okay. Tomorrow a bit more colour will come in. And what it is basically that oil starts saturating that leather to a degree where you like the colour.
Right.
We stress and we push for quality control the whole way along. We have a checkpoint at the back of cutting. We have a checkpoint at the back of tooling. We have a checkpoint at the back of the saddle makers. We have another checkpoint when they tool the swell. When someone opens up that box, that thing's good, and they're going to be proud to have it.
Now that I've seen how my saddles are made, I'm off to visit the headquarters of Echo Brand in Granbury, Texas, to learn about the rope making department and watch them make my PRS pad. G'day mate, how are you, Ken?
Hey Clint.
Good to see you, mate. Well listen, I've just been over at Greenville and I got to tell you, I'm very impressed. First class operation. The quality that goes into my products, the craftsmanship, the employees, they really care over there. It's great to see.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm glad you came over. Brian and Robbie do a great job over there, and we have a lot more to show you here today.
Well good, let's get after it. You lead the way.
Let's go.
Ken started me off in their rope making area. Righto mate, where are we going?
Well, this is where the process will start as far as the rope making. This is our string department.
Right.
And what we have here is a producer packages, and this is how we receive it in raw material. And this is a nylon material, is a 1260 denier. It's a 210 filament nylon. And what we'll do is we'll ply that and then cable it, and then we'll go to the winders, and that'll be the final stage of the string.
So what's all this through here then?
What we have here is the krill. This is where we'll take that producer packages and we'll put it up on top, on the side of this krill. Right. We have pegs on here. We'll take 2 of these here. We'll twist 2 of these together. We'll string them up through this heat set deal here, and then we'll go into the string machine, and this is where the first stage of the nylon process takes part as far as rope making. The first place that we stopped was in the string department, and we started out with the raw material. What I was showing him in there was we can give it more twist, less twist. We can add different deniers to each other to make a certain size of string where other people aren't able to do that. After this process, it takes around 3.5 hours, and then we'll take it from here and we'll take 3 of these spools and put together, and that's called the cable. That's the S-twist. Now that we just witnessed the first step of string making, yes, there's 2 more steps that we've got to do, and this is the second step. There's what we do here is we take 3 of those spools that we were twisting up over on the other machines, and we put them up on top here, and we run them in string. It's almost the same procedure, but what we do here is we twist it in the opposite direction to hold that first twist in.
So this is what makes it nice and tight?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
And after that process there is the final twist, is what we do is we'll bring them over here, and depending on the way they're coated and marked, we'll put them on the winders over here. It gives them a nice package, and this is how we give the rope maker. This is how they'll start out with the ropes. Okay, now what we finished in the string department. Now we're going to go into the rope department and see how the ropes are made.
Okay.
We've got 5 rope machines here, and this is where it all begins, right here. In the rope making process, we'll start out with spools on a rack, but we'll put anywhere from 3 spools to 8 spools up there, depending on the size of the rope.
Are they all making the same rope or different?
All make different ropes. We've got certain machines that make head ropes, heel ropes, calf ropes, kid ropes, and so on. So every rope machine is different. And as what we do here is we take and we'll put up 8 spools up there. And what he's going to do here, he's going to tie off, string around the hooks, and he's going to drag it back to the back.
So he's on this machine, he's dragging it back, and then what happens?
Then when he gets back, when he reaches the back of the machine here, he's going to hook it onto one hook, and then he's going to go forward and tie it off. This is where he's going to hook onto this back hook. He's going to go forward now, and then he's going to tie off, and then he's going to start his front hooks only.
So when does it spin it all together?
He's going to start the twist right now. Once he ties off right there and ties his knot, he's going to half hitch it on there a couple times, and then he's going to start his twist. Tightens the ropes up, make sure the string's nice and tight, starts his front hooks. Okay. Now he'll go back to the back, and then that's where he'll wait, and that depending on how much weight and how much twist, that's how we get our lay of our rope. We have 30 footers, 35 footers, and 28 footers, and kid ropes that are 25 foot. So now what he's doing here, he's just gonna wait on the machine to do its job. Right now, those front hooks are just twisting and twisting and twisting. He's gonna get tighter, and the only thing that's gonna take him forward is the twist. It's getting tighter, so it's gonna draw him up. So he's gonna go up the machine, and when he gets to a certain point, he's gonna turn on his back hook, and then that's going to push him down the machine, and then that's how the twist goes.
How long does this whole process typically take?
It's around 2.5 minutes from start to finish. And it's the resistance of the rope machine itself, too, that makes the lay of the rope.
Twisting right there.
Yes, sir. He'll stop his front hooks, back hook, tape it off, release the pressure of it, and then cut it loose and start again. Each rope maker will build around 140 to 160 ropes per day, per shift.
this October. Stephenville, Texas is the home to the ultimate horseman's experience. The Downunder Discovery Ranch Rally. Explore Clinton's ranch, meet his team and his horses. Learn the advanced training techniques Clinton reserves for his most loyal fans. Celebrate with Clinton and his staff with live music and a bonfire. The Downunder Horsemanship Ranch Rally. Space is limited to 500 people. Don't miss out.
The thing that I love most about my job is being able to build products, new products that are going to make a difference. I'm constantly bringing products home, using them and seeing how they perform on different horses. You know, I want to be able to build things that actually perform and enhance a horse owner's life. I truly love what I do.
Clinton on a rope machine, he probably should stay on a horse because it wasn't a pretty sight.
Got a bit of go to it, doesn't it?
Really, as finesseful as he is and amazing he is with a horse, with equipment, he's 5 thumbs.
For how long do I push it? I go around like that? Now what do I do? Uh-huh.
It's a rough ride for him.
I just keep it off the ground.
It was rough for us to watch too, but we gave him the chance.
Righto. Okay. So press it. Do I touch it or not? You sure?
No,
make up your mind. It's a damn stressful job, I gotta admit. My fingers are dug into the damn, like a damn cat. Let me just ply that son of off. I gotta tell you, that was one of the most stressful rides I've ever had. I don't like riding anything that I can't do a one-rein stop on, mate, that's for sure. Dallas?
How was the rope making?
It was very stressful, I gotta tell you, it was very stressful.
So you're not gonna give up horse training?
No, I'm not gonna give up horse training anytime soon.
You probably ought to stick to horsemanship and not rope making. After we finish with the rope machines, then we'll take them into the wax room. And the reason we wax a rope is because in its raw state, if you'll take it and bend it, it's like a piece of wire. It'll stay there.
It stays like that.
So if you wax it, that's where the rope comes alive and gets its memory, and it'll go back to where it was at.
And that's what they're doing here,
yes,
is that
sir.
Right? So these have been in this wax for how long?
For 10 minutes. 300-degree wax for 10 minutes. What he's going to do now, he'll knock off the excess wax as it's up there on the holders, and then he's going to take them over here to the stretcher, put them on the stretcher, stretch them, and then that's where he's going to pop off the excess wax off of there, and that helps the rope cure right there. So he's going to put them on the hooks here. The wax will penetrate the rope, and that's where the rope will come alive. That's where it gains its memory and its body and its life.
So that's stretching it right now?
Yes, sir. Now he's going to pop them. And they'll stay on the stretcher, like I said, for 8 to 9 minutes, and then that's when he'll do it over there. When the bundle's finished, then they'll take it into the tie room. And then that's where they'll finish the rope up.
Hey, mate, how are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
How's the tour so far?
He's been taking good care of me, showing me all around the place, and I know enough about the rope industry that I'm too useless to get involved. I'm going to stick to what I do, and you stick to what you do. Thanks a million, Dallas. I appreciate it, mate. Ken, what have we got going on?
We're going to head over and show you how ropes are tied.
Let's do it.
Okay, Clinton, you got to see how we wax the ropes, so now we're going to take you in here and show you how we finish the process. So after we wax the rope, the first step is that we bring the rope back here and tie the crown knot.
Huh. That looks like a damn complicated knot, I must admit that.
Well, he makes fast work out of it, that's for sure.
He does do that.
This is a very important knot because this knot will actually hold the eye in place whenever we tie the Honda in the rope.
Okay, so it's got to be done correctly.
Done correctly, and you can see it's all done by hand.
How many knots can you tie in an hour?
100 an hour.
100 an hour. That's pretty impressive.
Well, after he cuts off the loose end, he takes the burner and burns the nylon down where it's nice and smooth. It makes it a nice clean knot that's going to end up holding the set for the Honda whenever we tie the rope.
And it's virtually impossible for this knot to come undone at this point.
It's there. Okay, Clinton, after Carlos ties the crown knot, he passes them off over here to Rhett, and Rhett is going to tie the eye in the rope. It's very important that the eyes be tied straight and that they're all the same size. Every rope has the same Honda.
Right, a Honda, yeah.
Tied in the rope.
Okay. What is the stick for?
It's the measurement device so that he can make sure that every one of them are started in the same spot.
Right.
We want them to be perfect.
Right, yeah, I can understand that. I'm really picky about my halters. Every halter's got to be exactly the same for whatever size they're making it for the horse.
That's right. We have to remember, too, that these are a professional tool, aren't they?
Yes.
These are competitive lariats, and our customers are picky for a reason because they're competing for money. But this is just one more way that we can ensure that they get the great quality every time.
Very good.
Anything worth having is worth working for, that's for sure. Not gonna make it here if you got any quit in you.
This is where I needed to be the best that I could be. And that's just what we do here.
Dedication, ambition, passion. To some, these are more than ideals. They are a lifestyle, a code, a path to something greater. If you think you're one of the select few who can rise to the challenge, who can dedicate themselves to mastering the method, let the Clinton Anderson Academy catapult your skills and provide you with the ultimate experience. If you have what it takes, become a Clinton Anderson certified clinician and change your life.
For 128 years, ADM Alliance Nutrition has been doing what's right for the horse. It was ADM who cut back on starch and sugar, ADM who balanced vitamins and minerals, and ADM who put forage first in horse nutrition. Today, you can still trust ADM for the information and products you need. Learn more about equine nutrition and ADM's premium products at growstrong.com. That's GROstrong.com. ADM Alliance Nutrition, doing what's right for the horse.
Hey mate, if you're looking for a fun and inspiring way to challenge your horsemanship, then join me for a 3-day horsemanship clinic so I can help you become a better horseman. At each clinic, I'll work with only 20 participants, teaching them the fundamentals groundwork and riding exercises. My clinicians will join me to ensure everybody makes progress and receives one-on-one help. Spectators are welcome to watch all 3 days of the clinic. We'll also have our retail store set up with all of my products and kits. So mate, if you want to learn the method from me personally, sign up to participate or get your spectator tickets now, and I'll see you on the road, mate.
Team ropers are individuals, and every individual has a different preference for feel. And that's why we make over 25 different ropes within Classic and Rattler rope brands. Clinton, I'm going to hand you off the call now. We're going to go through the Classic equine part and show you the pads.
No worries. Thanks a million, mate. Catch up with you later. Carl, good to see you, mate.
Good to see you, too.
Saddle pads have been made for hundreds of years, but at Classic Equine, we take the approach that traditional products can be improved upon, and we use today's technology to do that.
We pulled out the pieces to build your PRS foam pad. I know that you prefer and ride most of the time.
Yes. The PRS pad is just one of the solution-oriented products that we've made for Clinton.
The template is actually an exact cutout of what the pad shape is, so that we know that when we click it out on the die press, exactly where the insert needs to go. Swing this out of the way.
Clinton came to us really early on in our relationship and had built the model, identifying a problem that he has experienced with horses becoming sore in the wither area.
This is the reason why I designed this pad, is that a lot of saddles put way too much pressure on the horse's bars, which causes a lot of the dry spots, or if it gets bad enough, they get sores and they'll get white hair on their withers. So cutting this out relieves a lot of that pressure, and that's why I designed and used this pad.
And the cutout design was his brainchild. We do that exclusively for him. And it's another one of the products that Clinton and his team use every day at their ranch.
Since this is the very last step, we're going to have you sit down in the chair and give it a whirl.
Okay, believe me, you're going to need to be here to coach me through this.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. Okay, so what is it? Oh, damn it.
I'm glad I don't have to
on this?
No reverse.
There's no reverse.
We had Clinton sit down and try to fill in for the seamstress.
Around again?
Just right there to that one. And it didn't go that great, I'll be honest with you. He tried to sew the center leather piece that connects the two sides of the pad together, and it pretty much looked like a 3-year-old sewed it on there.
I'm going to have to pay for this pad, aren't I?
Yeah, this one is
This one's not sellable, is it?
$165.
$165 pad, and I screwed it up. So let me just see if I can take care of that now. Do you take credit card?
I don't.
You don't? You won't even take credit cards from me, right?
No.
Let me see if I can. I don't know if you're the credit card.
You know, in a way, Clinton had a lot to lose from coming in our shop and setting himself up to jump on a rope machine and jump in and try to build one of his own saddle pads.
100 and
hell, that's close enough.
40. Hang on.
I'll pay for the rest of it.
Yeah, I'm just broke.
You had a
now.
bad night
You
at the bar.
bastards broke me.
Everything he does, he is a perfectionist. He expects a lot of himself. So it was fun to see him let down and allow us to make a little fun of him and him to make a little fun of himself.
You owe me a beer. You just made me look really bad. Thank you, mate. Good luck to you.
It really meant a lot to all of our people for Clinton to come to the shop and see what we do. It means a lot to us that we've earned his respect over time to be able to create products for him.
Well, Ken, thanks a million, mate, for letting me come into your wonderful company at Equibrand to see how all of my products are made. You guys make a big difference in people's lives with horses, and I really thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for coming. We have had a lot of fun showing you around. We have a lot in common. You keep people in the game with what you do, with helping people enjoy their horses and get better use out of their horses. And we try to keep people in the game by giving them good product to go out there and ride and protect their animal, or equipment to use as their tool.
Yeah, great value for money, that's for sure. Thank you again.
You're welcome, bud. Speaking of tools.
Yes?
We got a couple of products here that we have absolutely no use for, and you've already paid for.
That's true. This is the pad that I absolutely butchered, that I'm going to take this home with pride.
And this, as bad as it is, has never missed one.
That is true. You know why this has never missed a steer? Because an Australian's never used it, that's for sure. Australians are so bad at roping, we couldn't rope the ground if we were standing on the roof of our house. Listen, Ken, thanks a million, mate.
You bet, Clint.
Well, listen, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show this week. Remember, my dad always told me when I was a kid, Clinton, you get what you pay for. If you pay for quality, you usually get quality. And that's what Equibrand delivered to me, and I deliver it to you guys. Take care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next week, mate. Come on.
Now you don't. Okay, well, then where you started?
Are you the trainer around here? I gotta tell you, you suck. If you're the trainer of this department, you suck at this.
Okay, you started with the green bar and you started with the front hooks.
So press it
Yeah,
and
press
hold
it.
it or take it off.
Just press it once.
You sure?
It'll start. Yes, sir.
Now what?
Now you
Don't
can
go
pull
anywhere.
back.